Hi, good evening, and welcome to another live chat with me on Mom Day. And Christmas is approaching, and I thought I'll read up my children's book, one of the books from the library, that is the Bible. And I was just going through the Bible, and I realized there was something very interesting where they mentioned about how Jesus, he was born in Bethlehem, and then when he was 6 weeks old, they took him to Jerusalem for a special ceremony. I feel as a pediatrician it is so important because for the first 6 weeks even we recommend that the child should be at home, cozy with the mom and away from all other outside people. And at 6 weeks is the time where the child will receive the vaccination, not the first vaccination which happens at birth, but the vaccinations, they start from that time. So I feel that was something very nice. And another thing about what I feel from when I was reading about the birth of Jesus Christ, which we celebrate as Christmas, was that the baby was kept in a bed of hay. Similarly, what I see in many children is when they are born during winter months, moms do not have any clean cloth or anything to keep them warm, and they come with a simple piece of cloth. So what I believe would help moms who are expecting a baby is to carry 2 or 3 pieces of cloth, clean cloth, at least 1 by 1 meter in size, and see, in case this is a baby, what you can do is like you start wrapping up the baby going in a clockwise direction. So first of all, you cover the head of the baby. After that, you cover the arms of the baby. After that, you cover the legs of the baby, and then the last you will cover is the other hand, the right hand of the baby. So that way it becomes so easy to wrap up the child with the legs totally rolled up and cuddle. You can cuddle the child without any risk of the child becoming hypothermic or catching a cold, or the legs being exposed to cold, or the head being exposed to cold. And most important is, all babies should wear a cap during winters, because that is what is going to protect your baby the maximum from the cold. So that was something I thought. We are celebrating the birth of a baby. That's what Christmas means to me. Of course, I don't know much about Christmas, but I feel all babies should be safe and warm, and that can help them remain safe. Besides that, we also advise kangaroo care. Kangaroo care is like we see kangaroos, the mom is supposed to have a skin-to-skin contact with her newborn baby or small, especially, but you need the advice of a pediatrician before you go ahead, and that will keep your baby warm because of the warmth of the mother. And if the mother can't do it, then the father or other family members can also pitch in, of course, after they are primed by the pediatrician. For us in India, we do celebrate Christmas, but I believe what we moms can do is we can try to have Christmas decorations which do not pinch our pocket, and also will inculcate the habit of healthy eating in our children. So I was trying to do up my Christmas tree, and I can tell you I did it up with lots of things. I had these cherry tomatoes, and I took these tangerines. So I made these tangerine circles, and I put these, and also I got some bear from my farm. So I got these bear or the berries, and makhane instead of snowflakes, fox nuts I've used, and my snowman. I prepared a snowman with mushrooms. So of course I did that, but yes, my kids, they wanted this. They thought this is the snowman. I said, okay, my snowman made with mushroom and turnip will do the honors for me. And after that, we'll all eat it. I'll roast it in a bonfire and eat it, everything including the figs with the Christmas decorations. And I have some grapes also, red grapes hanging from here, and cherry tomatoes, and of course that tilka laddu. It's so light, the ball. I thought I'll string it all in and have an edible Christmas tree where my children can actually, or all kids, for all moms, you can actually then have a bonfire, roast these things. Instead of the marshmallows, you go for the mushrooms, a snowman made of mushroom, and these balls, because you're not inviting extra storage of plastic items or things which are not going to be of use. Let them be something which the kids will enjoy putting, and then you can discuss with them, and then how it is good for their bones and for their body, and then they can eat it and enjoy the whole thing of the family sitting together over a bonfire. So another one thing which I liked a lot and I found very intriguing is this thing which is called the barber's pole. Now I made this barber pole, if you can see, it's over here. I made it out of radish, and the radish is wrapped with this grating of the carrot. So I thought this is a barber pole, and actually I went on the net and I was trying to check out what is the origin of the barber pole, because I wasn't aware of it, and I was quite surprised to know that the barber pole, this thing, the red and white, and that is linked to bloodletting. So, and it is linked to bloodletting, and with the white that represents the bandages, and red represents the blood which is being taken out, and this is the bandages. White is the bandages to stem the bleeding, and the pole itself symbolizes the stick that a patient squeezed to make the veins in the arms stand out more prominently for the procedure. So I believe this year the barber pole has a increased significance for us, because the medical profession, both the doctors and the nurses, they have played a very important role, and so maybe the barber pole is something we need to appreciate, that how the origin of the present day medical profession was linked to this barber pole, and we have used it a lot. The significance of bloodletting and in general patient care is something we need to be grateful about this season, and be graceful about how the medical professional has helped people and the society and the world at large, and how we need to remain graceful about it, be grateful about it, and be loving and giving when we are thinking about people around us, be it the nurses, be it the sweepers, those who have helped keep the world clean despite so much of a calamity happening. Coming to my favorite topic about nutrition, I was just looking up as to what this radish, or what we call mooli, what is the significance of this mooli, and I was surprised to find that just 100 grams of this radish, it contains just about 16 calories and virtually no fat. So you moms, this is the food for you moms, because this is rich in potassium, it is rich in folate, it is rich in riboflavin, niacin, B6, and also vitamin K and calcium, besides magnesium. Besides these things, which it might feel I'm just rattling them out, it contains glucosinolates. Now what do? They help prevent cancer, because these glucosinolates, they are sulfur containing compounds found in this, and they protect your cells from genetic mutation. This simple radish, it helps in your digestion, and besides providing the fiber to prevent constipation, they also help protect against gastric ulcer. I also found out that this helps fight fungal infection like candida. It helps control our diabetes, and in case you are in a pre-diabetic range, you are borderline, you feel you might be landing up in diabetes type 2. This contains certain chemicals that influences adiponectin, and adiponectin is the hormone that is involved in reduction of the glucose levels in our body. So these things, the radish, they contain these compounds, so we need to gorge on these. Skin, I was surprised to find that radish is not just extremely hydrating, but also contains high levels of vitamin C, which is useful to maintain the elasticity of your skin and helps to form collagen, and that helps to maintain the structure of your skin, your bones and other connective tissue. And in addition, it fights against the free radicals and provides a boost of UV protection to the skin. So the damage which happens to the skin due to harmful UV rays, it protects. Radish helps protect against that. And besides that, it reduces the oxidative aging process. And the lack of hydration to our skin, that can cause poor skin appearance, that can cause even headaches and frequent illness and sugar cravings. So radish has a very high water content and almost equal to that of cucumber, and in addition we are getting so many nutritive things. Besides that, and what I found is, yes, we have the red radish. So now what is this red radish? What is the color red? It is because of anthocyanin in it. So that gives this the red color. I put this over here also. So this anthocyanin containing radish, the red ones, they have an antioxidant effects that is helpful in maintaining the health of the heart. So the anthocyanins which are present, they give it the red color and they lower the risk of cardiovascular disease and also decrease the cholesterol level as well as the triglyceride level and the blood pressure. So I guess this is one food you cannot do without it, and it lowers your blood pressure. It is a good source of potassium which regulates the amount of body fluids in your body, and it has a very positive effect on the blood pressure and brings down the blood pressure to the normal level. And it also helps strengthen your arteries by synthesizing collagen and decreases the risk of atherosclerosis. Also, I found out it enhances the immune function. So it will protect you against the common cold and the common flu. So this is the wonder vegetable we need to have this season. This is one vegetable we can also give away, and we can help encourage the children to eat it, and to everyone around us. It's not a bad idea for gifting. Or you can prepare those mulika paratha to keep it low on the fat. One thing I freaked out was on this radish, and we grow this, the red ones, and what I prepared my barber's pole with. Another thing I love gorging on are the makhane or the fox nuts. Now the fox nuts, they are a very high source of protein, and they are the anti-aging food because they are abundant in antioxidants, and they have a low level of saturated fats. They are high in fiber, and they also have a detoxifying effect. They also they have a low glycemic index, so that helps my body to have a lower level of glucose being released into the blood, and that keeps us feeling full for longer. And the best part, it is gluten free, so in case kids have allergy to wheat allergy, they can freak out on this. And that is why even during fasting we normally go for, in our tradition also, we go for fox nuts or makhanas. Besides, they also contain high magnesium and potassium and low on sodium. So if you feel that you are a person who wants to lose weight, maintain the blood pressure, and has chances of becoming diabetic, maybe this is a fruit, this is a snack we should snack on, makhane. And fox nuts, they also contain a natural compound called kaempferol. Now this kaempferol, that reduces inflammation, be it arthritis or diabetes or rheumatism. So even in today's day and age, we are talking so much about inflammation and inflammatory markers. So maybe fox nuts is something which we should think of having ourselves, and as also for our children. So let me not talk too much. I've talked a lot today, especially this being a late hour, and this being the shortest day of the longest year again. So as we prepare for Christmas, let us see to it that we inculcate the habit in our children of not wasting money on fancy decorations, and rather have it something which they can take out from the vegetable basket, decorate their Christmas tree, and then spend time with their family, and go ahead, have a bonfire, be it your snowman made of mushrooms, your makhane or fox nuts, your turnip, radish. So have a good time, Take care, stay safe, keep nurturing yourself and your family. And this is Dr. Manisha signing off for now from An Idea, because any idea can change your life. Bye and take care.